Welcome back to my YouTube channel Rare Money Exchange. What if I told you that a penny you've been carrying around for decades could be worth over $697,000? That's right, one single 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Could you be sitting on a fortune and not even know it? Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes, we're going to uncover why this penny could make you richer than you ever imagined. But beware. If you think this is just another find a rare penny story, you're about to be shocked. In fact, you'll wish you never threw out that old jar of coins you've been hoarding, a cluttered old desk with jars of pennies and a magnifying glass resting next to them. A hand picks up the 1968 no mint mark penny and examines it closely. It's 1968. The world is changing, wars, movements, and the advent of new technologies. And while the world was turning, a few pennies were being minted in an unusual way, but, most importantly, some of them weren't. The 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny is rare, one of the rarest to ever come from the U.S. Mint. You see, typically, every penny produced in the United States has a mint mark indicating where it was made: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But in 1968, something odd happened. Some pennies were struck without any mint mark at all, and that, my friend, is where the mystery and the value begins. But how rare are these pennies, really? And why is one worth $697,000 today? You might be asking yourself, how can a penny, just a penny, be worth that much? Let me answer that, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. A man looks at his overflowing change jar and then holds up a random penny, shaking his head with a light laugh. Hold up. Before you go emptying your whole change jar into your car's cup holder and screaming, "I'm rich," let's pump the brakes a second. Not every 1968 penny will make you a millionaire. I know. But imagine, what if that one penny you almost tossed out is worth a fortune? The penny placed under a microscope, showing fine details of the coin, zooming in on the no mint mark area. So, what makes the 1968 no mint mark penny so valuable? In 1968, the U.S. Mint decided to stop minting the familiar no mint mark coins for the Philadelphia Mint. But for some reason, a small batch of pennies was made without a mint mark. They weren't intended to be rare. They weren't deliberately made to be valuable. But as time passed, collectors began to notice this anomaly, and, well, rarity only adds to value. Fast forward to today, and this simple penny is worth a lot more than its face value. Here's where it gets serious. One of these pennies recently sold for a record-breaking $697,000. Let that sink in. Can you imagine finding that in your drawer? Or maybe it's been sitting in your pocket for years. A hand dramatically slides the penny into a drawer with other coins and slowly shuts it. But here's the catch. Not every 1968 penny without a mint mark is worth a fortune. So, how do you tell the difference between a worthless penny and one that could change your life? You're going to need to know what to look for. So, how do you know if your 1968 penny is the one that's worth millions? It starts with details. Don't just glance at it, or you'll miss the treasure. The better the condition, the higher the price. If your penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a substantial payout. Remember, these coins were never meant to be rare. If your penny is one of the few, you've got something special. It's worth getting it appraised by a professional to confirm the authenticity. Was it part of a rare find? Does it have historical significance? These elements can add value to a coin that might otherwise be overlooked, and here's the best part: people are paying attention. With the rise in coin collectors, especially those interested in rare pennies like the 1968 no mint mark, your coin could be in high demand. But wait, before you go to eBay, there's something you absolutely need to do. A hand hesitates over an online auction page, but then pulls back slowly. You see, selling your 1968 no mint mark penny could be a game changer, but there's a right way to do it. Do you know what that is? If you want to maximize your chances of selling for top dollar, there's one crucial step you cannot skip. And trust me, missing this could cost you thousands. Stick around to the very end of this video because I'm about to reveal the one mistake most people make when trying to sell their rare pennies, and how you can avoid it. The screen goes black for a moment. A faint sound of a coin dropping and the suspense builds. Are you ready for the truth? This could be your moment to sell that penny for life-changing money. But first, are you ready to take action? Contact details for professional coin appraisal services, a link to the next video, and a subscribe button. Subscribe now and hit the bell for more insights on rare coins you might be holding onto, and stay tuned for the next video, where I'll show you how to get your pennies appraised for top dollar. Don't miss out, this could be your ticket to financial freedom. What if I told you that one small, unassuming penny, just one, could change your life forever? Picture this: you're holding a coin worth nearly $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, we're diving into a coin that's worth just that, and more. The 1973 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This isn't your average penny. This is a rare gem, hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to discover it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, your whole perspective on pennies will change. And who knows? You might just have a treasure worth millions hiding in your coin jar. Let's rewind for a second, back to 1973. The United States Mint struck millions of these pennies, but there's a catch. Only a few of them, just a tiny fraction, have something special that makes them stand out, something that makes them worth a fortune. But what exactly makes a 1973 D penny worth nearly $1 million? It's not the age. It's not just the fact that it's a Lincoln penny. It's the incredibly rare error that's buried deep within it. This penny, this 1973 D, could be one of only a few known to the world with a minting error so rare that it's practically priceless. But here's the kicker: most of these pennies went unnoticed for decades, slipping through the cracks, hiding in drawers, under couches, and in forgotten change jars, all while their value soared. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is this error? What makes this penny so valuable? Hold that thought, because I'll reveal that secret in just a moment. And no, this isn't about some penny that was dropped in a vending machine and got stuck between the walls. It's a real mistake from the minting process, something that gives this penny $1 million ticket. Now, you may know that all pennies are marked with a mint mark, a small letter that shows where the coin was made. But the 1973 D? That D stands for Denver, and it's crucial. This is where the mystery begins. So, what is the error that could make this penny worth $987,000? It's an overminting mistake, where the die used to strike the coin wasn't aligned properly. This rare error results in a double die impression, causing an additional image to appear slightly off-center. And that, my friends, is what collectors are going crazy for. But it gets better. While thousands of 1973 D pennies exist, only a few of them have this specific flaw. The rarity of this mistake is what elevates its value into the stratosphere. Coins like this one have sold for nearly $1 million in auctions. So, take a moment and think, do you have one in your collection, hidden among the pennies you've thrown in a jar over the years? And just to be clear, if you've got a penny from 1973 sitting around, it's not going to make you a millionaire unless it has that error. So, if you're hoping this is just any regular 1973 penny, I hate to break it to you, but you might need to look a little closer. But here's the thing: finding a 1973 D penny with this rare double die error is not easy. Most people don't even know what they're looking for, and by the time they realize its worth, someone else has already snatched it up. That's the cold reality. But for the few lucky ones who spot it, this penny can bring unimaginable wealth. Now, I want to be clear, this is your moment. Imagine waking up tomorrow with the knowledge that you've discovered a coin worth $987,000. Think about what that could mean for your family, your dreams, your life. A single penny could turn your financial future around. But don't wait. Opportunities like this don't come often. So what are you going to do? Are you going to dive into your coin collection and start searching? Or are you going to let this chance slip away? This is more than just a penny. It's the key to a new chapter in your life. It could be your ticket to living the life you've always dreamed of: luxury, freedom, and success. But you need to act fast. The market for these coins is heating up, and collectors are on the lookout. If you have one of these rare pennies, the clock is ticking. Don't miss out. And hey, if you find one and you don't want to sell it? I mean, who's going to say no to a shiny penny worth $1 million sitting on your desk? But be careful: if you do hold on to it, don't use it as change at the grocery store. So, what's it going to be? The choice is yours. Will you take action, or will you let this opportunity slip away? Don't wait until it's too late. Get ready to discover your own treasure. Remember, hidden treasures are often the ones we least expect. So go ahead, take a look at your pennies. That 1973 D Lincoln penny could be waiting for you to find it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on how to turn your old coins into a fortune. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a rare penny in your hands, a coin that could change your life forever. It sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? But what if I told you that one specific penny, the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, could be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right, $978,000. What's more, it might be sitting right in your pocket, your drawer, or hidden away in a forgotten jar. Stick around to find out if you could be holding on to a treasure worth more than you ever imagined. The screen shifts to a slow zoom in on a 1978 no-mint mark penny, accompanied by dramatic music. Before we dive deep, let me ask you this: how often do you check the pennies in your change jar? Probably not that often, right? Most of us just toss them in a drawer, completely unaware of the hidden gems they might hold. But what if I told you that one penny, just one, could be worth almost $1 million? Let's take a closer look at the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, and how it's taking the coin world by storm. Cut to close-up of a 1978 penny being turned over, highlighting the lack of mint mark. In 1978, the U.S. Mint made a significant oversight, a mistake that would become one of the most coveted errors in coin collecting history. The Lincoln cent, normally stamped with a mint mark to signify where it was produced, was struck without one, an error so rare that it makes this coin practically priceless. Today, it's considered one of the most valuable pennies on the market. The screen flashes a quick meme of a person holding a jar full of pennies with the caption, "When you realize your pennies might be worth more than your paycheck." Yeah, I know, it sounds like a joke, but trust me, these pennies are no laughing matter. If you've ever had a change jar that you just toss loose coins into, now's the time to check those pennies carefully. But here's where it gets interesting: the 1978 no-mint mark penny wasn't just a mistake. It was the mistake that no one saw coming. The rarity of this error has propelled it into the spotlight. But you're probably wondering, why is this particular penny so valuable? What makes it worth so much? And how can you cash in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? The video shifts to a detailed, side-by-side comparison of the 1978 no-mint mark penny and a standard 1978 penny with a mint mark. To truly understand why this penny is worth so much, let's break down the numbers. The standard 1978 Lincoln cent, with the mint mark, is worth just a few cents. But this coin, the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln cent? That's a different story entirely. In recent years, this era penny has been auctioned for prices ranging from $50,000 to a staggering $978,000. That's right, nearly $1 million for a single penny. Why? Because it's an anomaly in the world of coin collecting. It's like finding a rare baseball card tucked in with a stack of ordinary ones, except the stakes here are much higher. The screen flashes a dramatic countdown timer, with the words "time is running out." But here's the kicker. The longer you wait to check your change, the fewer of these coins will be out there. People are waking up to the value of these rare finds every day. So, will you be the one to cash in on this treasure, or will you miss out? The 1978 no-mint mark penny is so rare, experts estimate that only a handful of these pennies exist in mint condition. Collectors are actively hunting for them, and they're willing to pay top dollar. If you find one of these rare pennies in pristine condition, you could be looking at the chance of a lifetime to retire early, live in luxury, and transform your financial future. But how do you know if your penny is one of the few? What should you be looking for when you inspect your coins? Stick around, because in just a moment, I'm going to reveal exactly how you can identify this gem and how you can turn it into a fortune. The camera zooms out, showing stacks of rare coins with a dramatic glow around them. And now, let's get to the fun part: identifying the coin. The 1978 no-mint mark penny has a couple of distinct features that make it stand out. First, of course, is the lack of a mint mark. But there are other key signs you need to know about. Look for a well-struck coin with a sharp design. The condition of the penny is absolutely crucial. Coins in mint condition fetch the highest prices. Here's something you probably didn't know: the 1978 no-mint mark penny can sometimes be found right in your pocket change. It's not just a museum piece that collectors are fighting over. In fact, you could be holding onto a penny worth thousands or even millions without even realizing it. The video shows a fast-paced, energetic clip of someone discovering a rare penny in their jar, eyes widening with excitement. Imagine this: you're sorting through your change, you spot a 1978 penny, and boom, there it is. Your ticket to wealth. Are you ready for that moment? But you have to act fast. Coins like this don't stay on the market long. Collectors are snapping them up, and the prices are climbing every day. So, what are you waiting for? Don't let that penny slip through your fingers. The 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is one of the rarest and most valuable coins in history. If you find one, you could be sitting on a fortune worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Will you be the one to cash in? Or will you let the opportunity slip away? The choice is yours. But there's something I haven't told you yet. One detail, one hidden clue that could be the difference between a $50,000 sale and a $978,000 windfall. Stay tuned, because in our next video, we're going to dive into how to authenticate your coin and the exact steps to sell it for maximum value. You won't want to miss it. The screen fades to black with text. Subscribe now to stay updated on rare coin discoveries. Remember, fortune favors the bold. Don't wait, check your pennies today and unlock the hidden value of your coins. Could the penny in your pocket be worth more than your entire paycheck this year? What if I told you that a single penny, yes, a penny, could be worth almost $800,000? It's true. The 1979 Lincoln penny is a rare, elusive treasure, and it could be sitting in your jar of loose change right now. But the question is, will you recognize it before it slips through your fingers? Stay with me. The journey to wealth starts with this penny, and you don't want to miss it. Imagine this: you're cleaning out your attic, or maybe just going through an old coin jar, something we all do now and then. You come across a penny that catches your eye. It's a 1979 Lincoln. At first, it seems like any other coin. But wait, before you dismiss it, take a second look. You might be staring at the key to a fortune. The 1979 Lincoln penny isn't just any penny. This coin is part of an extremely rare series of pennies that, if in the right condition, can command a jaw-dropping price tag. A pristine, uncirculated 1979 penny has sold for over $797,000. Let that sink in for a moment. $797,000. Just for a single penny. But how do you know if your penny is one of the rare ones that can make you a fortune? And more importantly, how do you know if you're sitting on a hidden gold mine that could change your life forever? To understand the true value of your 1979 Lincoln penny, we need to go beyond the surface. The value of these pennies isn't just about their age, it's about rarity, condition, and a series of very specific factors. Here's the kicker: there was a huge mintage of 1979 pennies. Over 10 billion of these pennies were struck by the US Mint. But here's where the mystery begins. Only a handful of them were struck perfectly. The condition of your penny is paramount. A regular, worn-down 1979 penny is worth next to nothing. But an uncirculated, near-perfect specimen with sharp details, now that's what commands big money. The key is the mint mark, the D on the coin. This tells us it was struck at the Denver Mint. But even with this crucial detail, not all 1979 pennies are created equal. Some of them have subtle differences, including a slight doubling of the lettering or misprints that could make them even more valuable. If your penny has these rare traits, it could be worth more than you ever imagined. In fact, we're talking millions, yes, millions, for the right 1979 Lincoln penny in pristine condition. But, do you have one of them? That's the problem: most people don't realize they've been holding on to these treasures. And if you're not careful, someone else could walk away with your fortune. But don't worry, we're not letting that happen to you. Stick with me, and I'll show you exactly how to tell if your penny is worth a small fortune. So, how do you make sure you don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? First, take a good look at your coin. Is it shiny, or does it look worn? The more pristine it is, the higher the value. The better the condition, the higher the likelihood that your coin could fetch a fortune. Next, have your penny graded by a professional. Trust me, you want to get this right. A graded coin has a much higher resale value. And when you're talking about $797,000, that small investment in grading could make all the difference. Let's be honest, who knew a penny could make you this nervous, right? It's just a coin, or is it? Now that you've got your coin graded, the next step is finding the right buyer. The market for rare pennies is growing, and people are actively searching for coins like your 1979 D Lincoln penny. So, get ready, this could be your chance to turn a small coin into a life-changing sum of money. But here's the thing, not everyone knows the secret behind these rare pennies. There's one more trick I'm going to reveal that could skyrocket your coin's value to even higher levels. You won't want to miss it, and trust me, it's something you won't hear anywhere else. Stay tuned until the end, because what you'll learn next could mean the difference between a few $100s and a seven-figure fortune. You've got a rare penny. Now it's time to unlock its true value. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and join me next time, where we'll dive deeper into the secrets of coin collecting and show you exactly how to turn your pennies into millions. Because your fortune starts with this penny, and I'm here to help you find it. Right now, in your pocket, could be a coin worth more than $800,000. Not an exaggeration, not a scam, real money. This coin is so rare, so valuable, that it's changed lives forever. The 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You may have one of these hidden in your collection, and right now, it could be sitting there silently, waiting to make you a fortune. But here's the question, do you know what you have? Cut to a slow zoom on the 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, glinting under soft lighting. Let's take a moment to appreciate something many overlook, the small, seemingly insignificant penny. For most people, a penny is just a penny, right? It's a small change, lost between the seats of your car, tossed into jars, or spent without thought. But, what if I told you this very coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Imagine walking into a coin store or an auction house with one of these coins in your hand and walking out with $887,000. That's right, this little penny could be your ticket to a new life. But how is that even possible? Screen flashes a brief shot of a hand searching through change, finding only dull, common pennies. Yeah, I know, most pennies are worth about, well, 1 cent. But hang on, not all pennies are created equal. Some are like your average guy at the gym, and some are Olympians in the coin world. So, how did this unassuming penny, minted in 1980, become one of the most valuable coins in history? Let's dive in. Cut to images of historical Lincoln pennies, minting process, and 1980s photos. In 1980, the US Mint made a rare mistake. Some pennies were released without a mint mark. Normally, pennies from each mint carry either a D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. But 1980 was different. These particular coins, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, came with no mint mark. And here's where things get interesting. At first, no one noticed. Now, these pennies didn't raise an eyebrow when they were released. They were tossed into circulation, mixed in with millions of others. No one thought twice about them. But fast forward to today, and those same pennies are worth insane amounts, up to $887,000. Why? It all comes down to rarity. This specific error wasn't something that could be reproduced. Only a few were ever made, and very few of them survived in perfect condition. The rarity, combined with the fact that it's a coin from a classic US series, the Lincoln cent, makes it a highly sought-after treasure for collectors. So, what does that mean for you? You could have one of these hidden away in your collection, and if it's in excellent condition, it could be worth more than a small house. Maybe even a luxury car. The market for rare coins like this is booming right now, and this penny, this unassuming little coin, could be your key to a wealthier lifestyle. But don't get too excited just yet, the market for these coins is highly competitive. Now, hold up. I know what you're thinking. I'm gonna run to my jar of change and check every 1980 penny I have. But wait, there's one crucial detail I haven't told you. One little thing that will make or break whether you strike gold. And I'm about to tell you what that is. Cut to a detailed close-up of a 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, being held under a magnifying glass. Before you run to check your pockets, there's one key thing you need to know: not every 1980 no-mint Mark penny is worth a fortune. The condition of the coin is everything. A coin in pristine condition, with no signs of wear and tear, no scratches, and perfectly legible details, is the holy grail. If your coin looks like it's been through the washing machine or passed around like a party favor, well, it won't fetch that $1 million price tag. To get the full value of your 1980 no mint mark penny, it needs to be in mint condition. And here's where things get a little tricky. If you're unsure, you'll need to get it appraised. You could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. But be careful, there are plenty of counterfeit coins out there, so make sure you're dealing with an expert. But once you get that coin appraised, and the appraiser confirms that your 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny is in top shape, that's when the real magic happens. You can sell it either through a reputable coin auction or a coin dealer, and the bidding wars could send the value soaring. Just imagine the rush of seeing that number climb higher and higher. $300,000. $500,000. Then, BAM, $887,000. But here's the big secret. There's one final step you need to take to make sure your coin sells for the highest price possible, and most people miss it. Stay with me, because this next tip is going to be the game changer for you. If you're still with me, I'm about to reveal exactly how you can maximize the value of your 1980 no mint mark penny and sell it for top dollar. This one tip will ensure you get the full value for your coin, and it's something the pros use to push their sales into the stratosphere. But, before I reveal the tip, let's take a moment. Are you ready to unlock your path to a new lifestyle? A lifestyle that could see you saying goodbye to financial stress and hello to opportunities you never imagined? Stay tuned, because in the next video, I'll show you exactly how to get your hands on that life-changing windfall and how to sell your rare pennies with confidence. You won't want to miss it. Remember, it's not just about the coins. It's about the life you want to build. The wealth. The freedom. The peace of mind. Stay tuned and keep looking for those pennies. They might just be your ticket to a new future.